thou who are undead art chosen. Well, that's a load of horse feces. In a ton of games, you're the chosen one, the dragonborn, the hero of prophecy, the dude everybody's been waiting for. The destiny puts a hand on your shoulder and the world bends to your will. And you don't do the main quest until you're the biggest, veiniest, throbbingest character, and you're basically a walking god. It's a powerful fantasy that taps into this deep desire that we all have to believe that we were born for greatness. But Dark Souls is different. It dangles that right in front of your face. It whispers in your ear a prophecy that you're the chosen one. And it's a lie. Maybe the most important lie in all of gaming. Not because it's cruel or anything, it's trying to be mean. No, because it's useful. Understanding why the lie works is the very key to unlocking the game's uncomfortable truth that you're not special. And that is the most beautiful thing it could ever teach you, because once the borrowed story is gone, you're forced to find your own. The lie starts with our homie Oscar of Astora. It gives you this sliver of hope, ring the bells, figure out the fate of the undead. Later, when you're in Firelink Shrine, Framp shows up in a pool chilling. He starts propping you up, telling you how cool you are, how big and veiny your wiener is. He also gives you this mission: find the Lord Soul Vessel, beat the nipples off of the Lord Soul bosses, link the first flame. It's textbook hero's journey. He's your Rafiki, your Master Splinter, your Oogway, complete with talking all this mythical shit about light versus dark, men versus gods. And the game slowly but surely starts selling you this narrative that you are necessary, and it does it effectively. And then it clicks. We've heard a version of this our whole lives. Go to school, get the grades, take the job, buy the house, follow these steps, and meaning will follow. The promise is alluring. It's intoxicating. Not because it's true, but because it provides a map. Dark Souls bakes a comforting life script right into Lordran. It gives you a path, a glorious purpose. It anoints you as the one. Even some of the game's elements cooperate with this, in my opinion. Your soul counter, the grandiose bosses, victory achieved plastered right in front of your cute little face. It seems like a staircase to destiny, except that Lordran is full of liars. Look closely, look a little closer in the prophecy phrase. You ain't the only dude out here chasing the carrot. Solaire is looking for his own son, Siegmeyer's chasing adventure, Laurentius is pursuing mastery, and they're all running the same thread you are. If multiple people can be the one, then no one is. The title is a uniform, it's not a crown, and that's the giveaway. Chosen Undead isn't destiny. It's a job description, an open role that anyone who's stubborn enough and resilient enough might fill. The prophecy ain't about you. It's a wide net cast by powers that need a maroon who can't stay dead. You just happen to be the big dumb loser who's a perfect candidate for a suicide mission. This is just recruitment dressed up as Holy Writ. Here's the turn. If anybody can wear the title, then it's not a crown. Like I said, it's a uniform. And if you follow the rails, if you do everything Framp tells you, he loves you and your fat wiener. But if you defy him, you find Kaith out in the abyss, and homie spins a counter narrative telling you that Gwyn is full of bitch assness, just to the brim, and he's afraid of the Age of Dark. So if you link the fire, link the flame, then you're just propping up a dying order. Between two noodles with separate agendas, your specialness seems less like fate and a lot more like leverage. And Framp's praise is conditional by design. He does the classic move of glazing you, giving you a quick tug, and then making you feel special so that you'll do what needs to be done. So if the prophecy is a big stinky lie, then where's the truth? Shit, it's not in the item descriptions, it's not in the lore, it's not even in the wiki. It's in your hands. It's that sweat, anger, and shame all over the controller. It's that thud in your chest because you're running back to the same boss that's clapped your cheeks for the 10th time. The truth is in failure. And this right here is where the game quietly tells you the truth. Dark Souls is punishing, and it'll kill you without remorse. But failure is not an ending. It's the engine. No one is born good at Dark Souls. There is no gene that's gonna carry you through Blighttown, through Ornstein and Smough, to the kiln at the end of the game. You die, you learn spacing, you read animations, you learn how to manage stamina better. The only way forward is to learn and try again and again and again. It's the interactive version of the absurd, something that Albert Camus lays out beautifully in his essay, The Myth of Sisyphus. You see, Sisyphus was this king that was punished by the gods to push a boulder up a hill, but every time he got to the top or near the top, it would roll back down and he starts all over again. His struggle was meaningless. It was a cycle of punishment with no end. You push the boulder up the hill. Every time you respawn at the bonfire, when you make the same run back, when you pick up your souls just to get bent over by the same boss. It's pointless. It's absurd. You are Sisyphus. And yet Albert Camus finishes his essay with an amazing line. He says, "One must imagine Sisyphus happy." He finds meaning in the absurd. The struggle itself becomes meaning. You aren't defined by the boulder. You are defined by choosing to push it anyway. That mental flip is exactly what the game wants. That reframing of the whole situation is the game's quiet miracle. It rips away that comforting lie of destiny and replaces that shit with the harsh reality of tenacity. Dark Souls doesn't get any easier, but you get more patient, more observant, more resilient. Every victory is earned, not granted, not owed, earned by refusing to quit and by refusing to go hollow. Let's talk a little bit about the process of going hollow. I feel like it's the game's most powerful metaphor. And what it is essentially when an undead in the game loses its purpose, its hope, it turns into this mindless zombie. And you see it happen all the time. One of my favorite ones is the Crestfallen Warrior, where he turns hollow because of my theory is that he ran out of people to make fun of because of you, and so he goes crazy because there's literally no reason for him to be around. Or Big Hat Logan, which is hilarious that he just happens to learn all the magic there is, and he kind of just goes crazy. It essentially happens, going hollow, when someone loses their why, their purpose. And I think the only reason, or the only way, that it could happen to a player character is if you put the controller down, is if you quit. You just realize, you feel that the struggle just ain't worth it. One of the main tenets of existentialism is existence precedes essence, meaning that you're not born with some predetermined purpose, you're just born. You exist first, and only then, through your actions and choices, do you define who you are, what you are. You make your own meaning. Consider our boy Solaire. He's this magnificent, incandescent warrior whose only purpose is to find his own son. He extends camaraderie and friendship in a dying world. He's a true homie. Yet his goal is a farce. It's vaporware. There is no sun in this world for him to find. If you leave our boy to his own devices, his relentless optimism will lead him to find a sunlight maggot. And he puts that thing on his head, and it twists his original purpose into this grotesque mockery. And he thinks that he finally found his son. And it forces you to put him down, to kill him. Or you could run away and leave him there running around in the dark. The point is that Solaire is proof that sometimes, sheer will and a noble goal are just not enough. However, you can intervene. You can kill the parasite before he finds it. In doing so, you save him, but he's shattered. His whole purpose was a lie, and he sits there in the darkness, having failed at the one thing that drove him. But in that despair, he finds new meaning. He gets up, cleans himself up, and joins you against Gwyn in the final battle. His ultimate purpose and his ultimate meaning isn't found in finding his own son, but in surviving the lie, in finding new meaning and standing with you at the end of all things. His journey proves that meaning isn't found in some grand predestined goal, it's found in the struggle itself, in the connections we forged along the way. And that's the beauty of the lie. The game tells you you're special, and in doing so, it tricks you into starting a journey. But by proving you're not special, the game forces you into finding a real reason to even finish it. It tricks you into an existential crisis. It makes you ask the question, if I'm not the chosen one, then why am I still doing this? And whatever answer you find, whatever it is completely your own. So yes, you were lied to. You're not special because you exist. You're not the hero of some grand cosmic design. You're just one of countless maroons spat out into a hostile world that has chewed up and destroyed so many others just like you. But that is what makes your struggle, your survival, and your eventual triumph so incredibly meaningful. The real power of your life does not come from fulfilling some prophecy that was handed to you. It comes in the realization that your importance is not a gift. It's earned. It's forged in the fires of pain and struggle. Every challenge you overcome, every failure you learn from, every inch of motherfucking ground you gain is a monument to your own stubborn will. By refusing to give into the abyss, you become special. You forge your own purpose in the face of the meaningless. You forge it in the wreckage of the lie you were told. That final choice of the game is not between good and evil. It's more a choice about how you define your own victory once you discover the truth. There is no easy answer. Life, like Dark Souls, isn't going to give you one. But it makes you ask the question. It forces you to see past the comfortable lies you were told and decide for yourself. I feel like the truth lies in your tenacity, your indomitable will, and the simple yet profound refusal to go hollow. Like me, subscribe, talk to me in the comments.